But the Indiana Fever went all out for Caitlin Clark's logo drop. So there was a lot of excitement already fluttering about Gamebridge, and energy was high. They definitely spared no expense in letting everybody know that Caitlin Clark does have a new logo out. The arena was actually covered with t-shirts that said Caitlin Clark was here. The outside of the arena had her logo everywhere. She even showed up with all these accoutrements with a CC logo in it.
Yo, this WNBA season, it's feeling a little off, right? Clark's been out for weeks with that groin injury. What was supposed to be a quick recovery just keeps dragging on. And honestly, with her on the sidelines, you can really see where the league's struggling. It's tough to watch.
But the more these up-and-coming next-generation young guns enter the league, it is becoming more and more apparent that the WNBA veterans did not do much to really advance the game of the WNBA. They didn't really develop the game as much as they'd like to think. You have these rookies coming in and doing in one season, and doing in less than a season and half a season what it's taken these vets of the past 6.
But here's the thing, while she's just sitting there, not even playing, Nike just dropped a bomb. Caitlin Clark's new signature logo, it's here. And listen, this isn't just some casual release. Early signs already point to this thing blowing everything else out of the water. It's a huge statement, man, and it just makes her shadow feel even bigger across the whole league right now.
Listen, Caitlin Clark had a huge announcement today. The new Caitlin Clark logo is out. She took to Twitter and said, tune in, logo collection coming soon. Signature product dropping 2026. I think we getting them new CCs, them logo 3 CCs in 2026, y'all. It'll be no more Kobe PEs, which we've loved. We about to get them Caitlin Clark sneakers.
And yeah, let's talk about the money. When Nike dropped that interlocking C logo for Clark back in August, man, it felt like a whole new level of branding. Her Kobe-inspired kicks sold out instantly in July, already boosting Nike's stock. But this new deal? This isn't just another partnership. This is Nike putting down $28 million over 8 years. They're basically saying she's worth more than the whole WNBA combined, for real.
If you are hoping to get your hands on the Caitlin Clark version of Nike's Kobe Bryant sneaker, you're out of luck. They are out of stock. The WNBA star teamed up with Nike for a player edition of the Kobe 5 Pro Tro, decked out in Indiana Fever colors. You see them on your screen. They dropped at 10 a.m. Monday, and they sold out before 11 a.m. In fact,
yo, this isn't just about a new logo. It's about what that thing means. Sure, Asia Wilson and Sabrina Ionescu got signature shoes with Nike, which is huge. But here's the wild part. Caitlin Clark is the first female basketball player in Nike's entire history to get her own logo. Not just a shoe line, but her own actual logo. That's a whole different level, man.
the $190 kicks are already showing up on the secondary market at close to double the retail price.
See, it's not just a shoe, not just some apparel, it's a logo. That's the kind of branding that puts you right up there with Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. Meanwhile, you've got other WNBA players still grinding to get their names remembered. The timing, though, man, it's brutal. Clark's been out since July 15th, missed 15 games straight, and what happened? The WNBA ratings didn't just drop, they absolutely fell apart, like a house of cards in a storm.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff.
That all-star game without Clark, down 36%, man. Went from over 3 million viewers to just barely 2. And those marquee matchups, everyone hyped up, They turned into ghost towns on TV. Remember that Fever Sky game with 2.7 million? The rematch without Clark and Angel Reese pulled numbers so bad that some networks just stopped even sharing them. It's why
Clark has been a lightning rod for attention since entering the league. She brought in new fans, national media, and even primetime slots. Her absence isn't just hurting the Indiana Fever, it's apparently impacted the entire league's momentum. But this also sparks a deeper conversation. Is it fair for one rookie to carry the weight of an entire league's popularity? You see, critics say the WNBA's marketing is leaned heavily on Caitlin Clark, while longtime stars like A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, and others deserve more spotlight too. On the flip side, others argue Caitlin Clark is the draw, and the ratings prove it. Some even wonder if...
But real talk, Nike? They saw it all coming. They looked at Clark's impact. The 52 million she pulled for Iowa, another 36 for Indianapolis, even 26% of the entire WNBA's economic activity this year. And they just said, nah, we're not waiting for the league to figure it out. This logo deal isn't just business, man. It's a declaration. She's transcended the WNBA, straight up.
35%. WNBA ratings down. All-Star game 35% than last year. Yet you're telling me that nothing, it doesn't have to do with Caitlin. 35%. It really makes it difficult for fans of the WNBA in general and Caitlin Clark, like myself, to have conversations, to join a Discord, just to I don't know, want to just talk up the WNBA in general when you can't even give Caitlin the props that she deserves.
Seriously though, in her rookie year, Caitlin Clark brought in over a quarter of all the WNBA's economic activity. Think about that. Ticket sales, merch, media value, all tied to one player. 1 out of every 6 tickets sold in arenas was because of her. The Fever's home attendance? 17,000 a game, breaking records, even outdrawing the Pacers. So yeah, when the league brags about attendance, we all know why. It's the Clark phenomenon. So for Nike to lock her down long term, building an entire line around her, total no-brainer. Their VP basically said it. They're building their whole women's basketball future around this one person. They're betting on billions, man, for her to become the global face of the game.
Caitlin will never be paid what she's worth by the WNBA because it is quite literally impossible for them to pay her what she's worth. An economist at Indiana University Columbus calculated that Caitlin Clark was responsible for $36 million in economic impact to the city of Indianapolis, and that she is responsible for 27% of the entire WNBA's economic activity for this past season, including attendance, merchandise sales, and television. One player.
Now, as if Clark being out wasn't enough, the whole league is getting absolutely ravaged by injuries. I mean, 212 injuries already, 859 games missed, 10 ACL tears. That's not just bad luck, man. That's a system failing to protect its players. And in the middle of all this, Clark's Nike deal just makes everyone else feel like they're in a different universe. Her Kobe shoes? $600 resale. That's pure mania. The WNBA can pretend they're not dependent on her, but the numbers don't lie. 2-3 million viewers with her, down to 459,000 without. They go from bragging about viewership to going silent, and for other players, watching Clark get this Jordan-level money while they're still fighting for basic respect. That's gotta sting.
Means as much to their league, whatever league it is, as Caitlin Clark means to the WNBA. And no person has done more for their league than what Caitlin Clark has done for the WNBA. Patrick Mahomes does not mean that much to the NFL. Steph Curry does not mean that much to the NBA. LeBron James does not mean that much to the NBA. She is a monster. When we look back on this, Caitlin Clark will be for the WNBA what Magic Johnson and Larry Bird were for the NBA. If this thing ever becomes as big as some people think it can become, she will be the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. You needed 2 of them to take the NBA to another level. You needed Magic and Larry. She doesn't need anybody.
So Clark's logo collection drops October 1st, and her signature shoe is coming in 2026. But here's the real kicker. Nike designed this logo with Clark herself, super hands-on. The 2 C's, her connection to fans. Even a hidden C showing how she built her game from the ground up. This isn't just merch, man. This is storytelling. This is brand building on a level that makes everything else in the league look, well, amateur. Experts were already saying her economic impact could hit $1 billion this season, even before this logo. Now, the sky's the limit. When one player can move stock, fill arenas, and pull playoff-level viewership, that's not just a basketball player. That's a cultural phenomenon, for real.
A 10 for 10, and a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlyn as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlyn more, and then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlyn Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they've missed out on the shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe.
And the WNBA, they're just stuck watching their golden goose heal from an injury that honestly should have been handled way better. This league, man, it's just proving every day that it can't protect its biggest stars. This injury epidemic isn't just about missed games. It's killing stories, ruining narratives. It's impossible to build star power when everyone keeps getting hurt, and now the mind games are starting. Other players are going to watch Clark come back, and those arenas won't be empty. They'll be packed with 15,000 fans, all rocking her logo, buying her gear, chanting her name. They're going to see Nike campaigns that make anything the WNBA's ever done look tiny. They're going to see what it means to be irreplaceable in a league full of replaceable parts.
And I'm here to tell you, they dropping some merch too. Now you can pre-order Caitlyn Clark signature t-shirts, man. Nike wasted no time in getting the ball rolling for the Caitlyn Clark brand. Now, I've been pretty vocal about this. I believe they're turning Caitlyn Clark brand into a luxury athletic brand. Hence why the logo looked eerily, this is just my theory, to the Gucci logo. But I will say this though, it is a unisex logo. You can tell by how the logo is designed. You can tell by how the logo is made. It is definitely a unisex logo. And guys, I'm telling you.
Yo, Nike's investment in Clark. That's not just about basketball. It's a bet on the entire future of women's sports. They're building their whole women's basketball strategy around one person, Caitlyn Clark. Yeah, the league's hitting attendance records, 2.5 million fans and counting. But come on, everyone knows the truth. Those numbers are because of her. The second she went down, ticket prices dropped, games moved to smaller venues, the whole house of cards started shaking. Take away Clark, and it's the same league that struggled for decades. Her return is gonna happen, but the WNBA's credibility, that might be permanently damaged. They've shown they can't survive without her, can't protect her, can't replicate her impact. Nike, though, they're setting her up for global domination, man. A logo that outlasts her career, merch for decades.
The Caitlyn Clark collaborations just keep coming, ladies and gentlemen. The God Caitlyn Clark has now done a collaboration with Stanley, man. You know how huge this is? You know how many ladies love their Stanley Cup, man? And now you got the most electrifying woman in women's basketball collaborating with them, man. I can't wait to see what it is. Is it going to be Clark's logo on the Stanley Cup, man? What is it going to be? Good job, Stanley, picking up Caitlyn Clark to do a collaboration with y'all, man, because this is going to be huge, man.
So yeah, Nike's basically crowned Caitlyn Clark the queen of women's basketball right now. The new logo, the whole apparel collection, that 2026 signature shoe, it all just cements that she's not just a WNBA star, she's a standalone brand, period. When she finally steps back on the court with her logo on everything, it won't feel like just a return from injury. It's gonna feel like a coronation, man. Nike's message is loud. She's carrying women's basketball into the future. And the WNBA, they're realizing they never really had a choice. The fans already decided it, tuning in by the millions for her, and honestly kinda ignoring everything else.
You know, just trying to be that kind of soundboard for her and that voice, having gone through something kind of similar, and you know, knowing obviously it's really unfortunate that we don't have her, but you know, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing. And I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in Indy right now, regardless of if she's playing or not.
Bruh, this isn't just about viewership or attendance anymore. It's about relevance, period. Every other player in this league is about to get a harsh reminder. In pro sports, there are superstars, and then there's everyone else. Clark's Nike logo isn't just fashion, man. It's a declaration that she's completely transcended the sport. When she steps back on that court wearing that logo, it won't just be a comeback, it'll be a coronation. Nike already crowned their queen, and the WNBA is finally realizing they never had a choice. The panic? It's just starting, and honestly, the league brought this on themselves. They let players target her, let injuries pile up, and pretended they didn't need their biggest star. Nike just reminded everyone what they've been missing and what they stand to lose. That logo, it's not just merch, it's a warning shot.